We got one, we got two, we got three different knives from three different brands that we are going to be checking out here today in this video. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out these three knives here, and all links are down below in the description and pinned comments, so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. So we're starting here with Oknife, okay, and we got 14C28N steel with a micarta handle. I believe it's coming on this zipper pouch. I believe this one is the budget version of the premium aluminum counterpart that we checked out here very recently. We got a wiping cloth, and we have some additional hardware here on the zipper pouch, so love to see that. Let's go ahead and see what the knife here is all about, shall we? Now this one's going to be a very minimalistic design here with the blade tucking into the handle here pretty much almost entirely. There is no pivot hardware. The pivot is actually hidden. You do have 4 different screws here for the scales on both sides, and we have just one deployment and one deployment option here, the back flipper with some jimping. So very nice and interesting, narrow, almost CEO style knife here. Very interesting looking knife here on the DL. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing deployed. Bam, right there is your blade, ladies and gentlemen. It is an O-stopple design. Yeah, you're absolutely getting the same sauce as the premium counterpart, but obviously with more affordable materials here. So this one is obviously a more affordable version. 14C28N steel on the blade with a flat grind, sort of stone wash finish on the blade. Looking good. Got some belly to it. It is a drop point blade. Looking nice. It is going to be a liner lock with a decent lockup right there, about, what is that, maybe 10-15% or so. Good access to the liner here, right? Nice and easy to disengage. And then on the drop shot here, right, a little bit of a shake shutter, right, seams. Yeah, a little bit of a shake shutter until it breaks in quite nicely. One thing is for sure though, for the people who are always looking for some of the longest edge, right, cutting path possible, this one's got you covered. And you do also have a decently long handle. I'm able to really get a good grip here, and still got plenty of room here for my AI 6 finger, if you know what I mean, right? Some of those AI pictures out there when you see something's kind of funky with the 6 fingers instead of 5. Anyways, yeah, if you have bigger hands, obviously this one will accommodate you just fine. Also love the fact they give you jimping here, but also jimping right here as well. So they know what's up. Definitely nice and locked up right there to get some cuts done, some slicing, maybe some tabletop cutting, whatever you got going on. This one's got you covered. Now this one is the premium version, and it came out some time ago. It's got the basically same overall design, everything, but we do get Nitro V with a nice little coat on the blade, and we have the AOL, right? Kind of sounds like, you know, AOL from back in the day, but this is their proprietary aluminum, so it's OAL. I always get it mixed up. So OAL, specific aluminum here from Oknife, and yeah, liner lock. Really good action. Same nice little design here on the DL. Looking good. Pocket clip is deep carry and easily reversible. Lefties rejoice. And you even get the recess liners in such a way where, like, look at this gap. It's so minimal, so small, right? So you should get less lint and pocket gunk stuck in there and what have you. So that is the AION OAL from Oknife, right? So premium version, and now we got the budget version. But let's go ahead and check out the next knife here in the lineup. I think this one's also a revision of a previous model, and this one has some extra sauce here because I think the original design was a little bit smaller, and this new design is a little bit bigger for the folks who are always like, Miguel, where the big knives at, Miguel? We want big knives. Don't show us a tiny knife. We want big knives. Well, listen, fam, I hear you loud and clear, and clearly so did Vosteed, because we now have a larger version of the Marten, right? So excited to check that out. Here we go. We got the paperwork and silica gel here. We got a card, we got a sticker, we got a wiping cloth, all that good stuff. And of course, the little Velcro pouch here for the knife. Let's see what this one here is all about, right? Here we go. Oh man, this, yeah, already feels like the right size. This is definitely the size that the Marten should have originally came out as. But hey, this is why we have different tastes. This is what People often like, you know, larger, smaller knives. There's also specific laws, depending on where you live, that may limit what size knife you can carry. So that's where the OG size, I believe on the 3 inches, comes in. But this new one here, oh boy, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get this thing deployed. Bam, right? Check it out. This is the Marten 330. I believe this 3.30 inches on the blade. Vosteed has that whole naming convention. They'll put the numbers next to the model if it's a different variant with a different larger or smaller blade. So I believe 3.30 inches if the name serves right. Marten 330. And what you're getting here is a button operated liner lock with amazing action. And in case you missed it, right, check out the awesome micro milling on the aluminum handles, right? That just looks really good. This is a blue with purple, right? Sort of color combo here. The back spacer is aluminum as well with the purple, and so are the thumb studs, right? The rest of the handle obviously is a blue aluminum finish here with a beautiful micro milling. The pocket carry clip that is reversible. They got lefties in mind, and of course you're laying your whole solution back there. So it's a very sort of straightforward design, but it just absolutely works. And of course the ergos are also really good. I'm able to get a full 4-finger purchase grip right here, and I can always forward choke. They got a good old finger choke right here, as most Vosteed knives do. Great for EDC, gives you good control of the blade there. And also the jimping here all the way up here feels good, and absolutely, I mean, as hand melting as they can possibly get here with the pocket clip. Even with the pocket clip, I'm gonna go 9.5. Yeah, absolutely 9.5 out of 10, depending on where you grip. You are good to go. This is a flat grind. We're gonna be doing our scientific cutting test, of course, in a moment. But yeah, of course, you got the build quality from Vosteed, as you know and love. And now just a slightly bigger Marten, right? So love to see it. Vosteed is listening to people. You guys asked for a larger knife, and they delivered. Steel here is 154 cm, right, on this one with somewhat of a grayish coat on there. Very minimal billboarding, if anything. Just what you love to see. And yeah, I'm just going to keep rambling about this one because this is one of my favorite Vosteed designs. And now that it's a little bit larger, even though I don't have the biggest hands out there, it works for me. I absolutely like it. I dig it. That belly comes handy for tabletop cutting. Flat grind is great for slicing and things like that. But let's go ahead and check out. We got one more knife to check out here today, and it is a Kansept knife. We're going to go ahead and use the Marten here to do the honors. And let's see, what is Kansept off to? By the way, if you guys are enjoying these videos where we feature, right, multiple different brands, multiple different knives, all in one video, right, absolutely don't forget to smash that like button, right, leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm, make sure you're subscribed. Absolutely appreciate it. We got the, you know, paperwork here with the wiping cloth, as usual, from Kansept, right, and then we got the sort of leather strap here on the knife pouch, and oh man, hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. What are we working with here? Of course, we got the very iconic, very popular, everybody loves the Kansept Fenrir. And this one's got some extra beautiful sauce, beautiful carbon fiber looking in the front. And then it looks like aluminum bolster in the back. It's a nice combo there. We do have proud liners on this one with standoffs, right? Sandwich construction. Deep pocket carry clip that is reversible on the other side. And what's interesting is that they're not doing, it seems they're not doing the front flipper version, or they do in some models, but I think if you do the crossbar lock or the plunge lock button lock, which is this one here, you don't get the front flipper. I think you only get it on the frame lock version. But we got thumb studs here for deployment, of course, the plunge lock button lock, and if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Bam, right? Oh yeah, as fidgety as ever, as you would expect. All deployment options are money, right? If you know what I mean. Money! And we got a black coat on the blade. Let me go ahead and give her a nice little wipe here, all right, just to get the oils out of the way. It looks like a black stone wash finish, right, so to speak. Fenrir, of course, you've seen it feature here in the channel a few times. It is a Greg Schaub design from Sparrow Knife Works. We have 154 cm steel on this one here. Beautiful harpoon drop point blade. And obviously very fidget friendly, if I haven't already said that. Beautiful ergos, right? You can forward choke with this finger choke here. thumb behind the harpoon. Just feels like you're lock and loaded and ready to get some work done, right? You can definitely slice with this guy. Still got plenty of belly for tabletop cutting, and somehow managing to get a pokey tip, right? Like you know from one of your favorite YouTubers here. Very pokey tip on there. Absolutely gotta love the whole recipe. You can hammer grip back here. You can accommodate big old hands because look at this, right? With my baby hands, I'm able to get a full purchase all the way around. And yeah, again, I absolutely gotta love the Fenrir. If you don't know about the Fenrir by now, you probably have been living under a rock because this one has been very popular for a long time, and there's so many variants of the Fenrir out there. I mean, you just absolutely can't go wrong with whichever one you pick up, right? We have some good milling over here for weight reduction. Again, this white and sort of shiny carbon fiber just looks so good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, some of you probably already put it in the comments. Some of you maybe haven't yet, but it could have fooled me. Took a second to look this one up, and this is G10 with aluminum foil. I know obviously this whole part is aluminum here, but apparently this is aluminum foil, and it just gives you carbon fiber buys, if you ask me, all the way through. The posting says G10 with aluminum foil, and I'm calling it carbon fiber this whole time, but yes, it could have fooled me, and it probably could have fooled you, and for what it's worth, I mean, it definitely looks like carbon fiber, but I just wanted to be technical and correct myself. I'm sorry, I'm sure some of you guys, you know, probably put that in the comments somewhere, but yeah, great knife through and through. I mean, I could talk about this knife all day. Let's be real here, but let's go ahead and do a little recap here of the different knives, kind of in the order that we unboxed them. Also, at the same time, it's just going to be more or less a size comparison showdown here. So here we go. The smallest one of the bunch is that 330 Marten, right? The new one. We got the AION from Oknife right there. Got some reach, but I think the longest one is indeed the Fenrir from Kansept Knives. Again, links to all these knives down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants. And it does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Let's go ahead and see what these can do here in our scientific cutting test, shall we? We got some paper, we got some cardboard. All right, here we go. Starting with the AION, right? And this one is 14C 28N steel, right? Cutting through some paper. Oh yeah. And again, you have a long cutting pass on this one, so tapering off the cut is almost impossible. Like you probably have to try to taper off because you have a very long cutting pass. So paper, check. And then some single wall piece of cardboard. For all these, I'm going to be cutting diagonally here for better performance. So it's going to look something like this. Oh yeah, piece of cake, plenty sharp out of the box. And it's going through that cardboard there like nobody's business, right? That is the AION from Oknife. Switching to the second one we looked at here, the Marten 330. Right, here's some paper again. Oh man, come on. Butter smooth. Really good. Again, 154 cm steel on that one. And oh yeah, piece of cake. Switching over to some cardboard, left to right. Oh yeah, effortless. Not even sweating it at all. There we go. So definitely delivers, guys. Breaking news. The knife cuts. And last but not least, we got the Fenrir here. We have 154 cm steel as well on this bad boy. And oh yeah, all of these really sharp out of the box from all different brands. Yeah, cutting to that paper there, no issues. Cardboard, piece of cake. Again, you got that tip. That's also really good for puncturing sort of tasks. So, bam, boom, bada bing, bada boom, sound effects and everything, the whole package. So you all let me know in the comments on a scale from 1 to 10, right? How sharp are these guys? 10 being the sharpest. You all let me know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, there you have them, right? These are absolutely amazing, nice, great build quality, great for EDC. All come in at slightly different price points, right? The last two are going to be slightly more premium, right? The first one here is going to be a little bit more budget. There is a premium version here, the OG aluminum AION. I'll put a video screen for that one here to the left. AION is also a video game. I didn't know that. I started playing it with some of my friends here over the weekend, which is kind of interesting. Or you can check out this other video YouTube recommends to the right, guys. These are all linked down below. If you guys want to check them out, those help out the channel when you use those links, but it's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Let me know your thoughts on these. What do you like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? Let me know. And also, which one is your favorite out of the bunch? Let me know in the comments. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.